Right, hello, you all right, boys?
Yeah, I'm right.
No, because my light's being naff.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like,
Oh, in the editing, I request that you put a photo of Minecraft Steve over my face.
okay, yeah, that's fine. If you
Because I
want,
do
I'll
not
send
want my
the-
face out
if
yet.
you want, I'll send it to you, so you can just do that throughout the
Listen,
whole thing. 'cause
listen. You start a YouTube channel, you don't show your face, only on streams where nobody to watch. Then you grow up higher, and then you hit the milestone and you need views, so you do a face reveal.
Yeah, but it's not the same with a podcast. Like, obviously you, because you have your own channel.
There's a llama staring at me. Hang on. What do you want?
It's alright, boys. I'm sound.
Karen, but you might get accused of hacking, among other things.
We're doing bits, it's fine.
Oh, how are you
So
walking
you look like you're a part of a certain group.
That's actually true. It's actually not. Let's actually not go further than that.
Well, we are going to sort of touch on something similar to that.
Are we
Actually.
going to talk about it or what?
Yeah, we are talking about that later on. But, like, how you locked in, like, lockdown and you, like, holding on?
Huh?
Well, I got far.
No,
so
I dropped a video earlier. I got 3 views in the first 3 hours. That's 1 view.
That's
an
not
hour.
bad. That's not bad considering you're an up and coming YouTuber.
Owen, I get about 15 views in the first hour, but I get around 40 views on the first day. That's my average.
Son, I gotta go and watch that video. After this
Oh,
podcast, I'm gonna watch
after the podcast, I'll come back.
You know,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you edit your videos really well. You know, my YOLO thing. Someone said to me, "You sweat your videos and not the gameplay." And I'm like, not really. No, I just jump on the PlayStation every night and I go, Jacob, we're making a video, and he goes, oh, okay. And there we are. You have 3 hours of content. I have an entire Minecraft series. I might just like turn into an entire thing. Well, while we're on the
do you remember that video, Kian, you've done on your YouTube channel?
Which one?
The Date Awkward. Do you remember that? Oh,
Which one was
God.
that?
You
Which
know,
one was that?
I can't remember what one was it. Like the Date
what, you mean the
Awkward.
theme park?
Yeah, day in the theme park and that.
Oh,
like a
that still
vlog?
exists somewhere. That's not a different channel.
Is it?
It must be, because I've had my Silix thing for 2 years. No, it has to be on the Silix thing.
Yeah.
I've still hang on. Tell you what, right? See if I boot up my iMovie on my phone, right? Because I edited it on the bus. Don't ask, because there's a guitar unboxing video I fancy doing, but I might just not. If I scroll down further enough through your look, I'll actually find it.
Oh, God. That was a... Do you remember we were so hyped because I was going to go on Dregs and we were going to film it. And then it was closed.
Story.
Oh yeah, we've got another person joining in a sec now. He's just messaged me saying
What, code is...
Cody's joining you.
So,
do you want to introduce ourselves first then, just before we get into our podcast mainly about?
go on then. I don't mind.
Hello.
My name is Silix. I am more famous than all of you, so do not speak to me unless you have at least 10 subscribers.
Dang. That's a bit harsh.
Hot throwing shots, my G. Right, well...
You can't read it. But...
So, I'm going to introduce myself now.
Right,
Hello, I'm Karen. So...
His name's Carwin. He likes going on a Saturday, but he doesn't pull any women because Bradley's his only girlfriend.
That's true.
God.
I can't argue with that.
Owen, do you want me to play a song on the guitar so you can use it as an intro?
Yeah,
what?
Sure, man. Go on.
Oh, God. And also, I got a cute teddy bear.
What's his name? He's got
Owen, I don't want any excuses. This next song will be on the intro for the podcast, all right?
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to get copyright claims. God.
You've done with guitar. The whole point of guitars, Owen, you don't need to worry about copyright claims.
Yeah, I know.
You ain't monetized.
Still.
finishing third, everybody.
You do like my bear dancing? It was very nice.
Yeah, it was great.
You guys
Well-
will get into the point of the podcast as soon as Cody joins.
Yeah,
We'll wait a little while and what do you want to do you want to talk about Quantica Key? You know, just
Yes, I'll post on Twitter, or I will send Matthew Neville to your house to kill you. What?
If Matthew Neville doesn't do the job, I'll send the Gurnos Mafia to your house, and they will absolutely bang you out.
Oh,
I
have
say,
you guys
"See you."
actually found out anything about what we're going to be talking about or no?
I know that there's a 75-year-old man
Didn't even
pushed over
bother
for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of like Vidal Riley's videos, and I've been watching like 2 podcasts on it. One by Logan Paul, one by True Jody. Ooh,
You can
he's making noise.
open.
Cody.
Cody's talking now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, put your camera on,
Why?
because we need to see
You
you.
have to, son, because you binge.
But I'm obese and I'm eating like half.
Yeah, it's fine.
Boys, I'm literally eating half of cheese and potato pie.
I
Me.
was being sponsored by Coca-Cola, but I'm not anymore.
No, you're not. Son, like, Owen, there's a time limit on me. Yeah, at the moment my mother woke upstairs,
There
she
isn't a time
my
limit.
throat. On me, there is.
All right, okay. Let's
Yeah,
carry
alright.
on with this quick. All right. So, obviously, you have a reason to discuss I don't know what the word is. It's a really sensitive topic, right? And you know what it is, and everybody watching the video knows what it is because of the title of the video. But we're going to be talking about the murder of George Floyd, and obviously then we're also going to be talking about the stuff that's now happening in America and things that are linked to that, right? So obviously I think everybody in the world knows this at the moment, and I personally can't get through the entirety of the video because it is.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want to see it. I'm alright with not
Yeah.
seeing it.
No,
I don't want to watch it. Like,
I watched it on repeat.
For God's sake.
Not on a cruel way, but I watched it a few times to see everything's up.
I know it's just the way you just. Okay, so anyway, obviously as I was saying, in America, I can't get through the entirety of the video because I watched the start of the video because I saw it on somebody's story and I didn't actually get what was going on. So I just watched the video, started watching it, and I just got through it. And then I realized what was starting to happen and what was going to end up happening. So I just couldn't put myself through it and I switched it off, right? Because to me, that video was just disgusting. But I think watching that just makes you like realize how bad things actually are. You know, Will Smith made this quote, and it said, "Racism isn't getting worse; it's just getting filmed." And I can completely see where he's coming from, because like people say, "Oh, racism's getting better," but then you see these videos of police and overprivileged white men just thinking they're much better than black people, or
yeah,
as Vidal said, Vidal Riley,
yeah.
he tweeted that they shouldn't be called black people, they should be called African American or African, or instead of being called white as well, we should be called Caucasian, because that's what the races are generally called.
Is it actually? I never knew that.
Yeah, but I don't think that we should really, as humans, just be categorized as humans. Like, that's what I think. Like, at the moment, there's a huge thing going around called Black Lives Matter, and I completely agree with that, right? But I think it should be all lives matter, because, like,
Yeah.
people are getting
Yeah.
hurt not just because of their race, but because of their sexuality, because, like,
Everything really. It's
Like, what does my head in, right?
Pardon?
What does my head in is people having a go because of people, like, well, when you sexuality, right? I have a best friend who is pansexual, and
Yeah.
she's there. Like, you know, the whole thing for the cyber attacks for that kind of people.
Yeah.
She was messaging. I'm not going to name her, obviously, and I won't name her if anybody asks me off of this. But she was there saying, like, they can go for themselves because she was there. They threats of being cyber attacked, and she's not an awful person at all. And all I'm saying is, if anybody tried to have a go at her, she kick a shit. So I don't get the point of people kicking off at people like that for something that they decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember I used to be part of this group thing, right? And there's this account that we had as a group. I'm not going to share any names because no name dropping, because that's just not. There was this big account full of all of us, right? There was one account. I remember I made the account and everybody had access to it. But there's this one person who is a transgender. What was I saying? They thought somebody who was part of that group, who had access to that account, had messaged this person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say gender because...
Was it attack helicopter?
No, but it was a Samsung Smart Fridge.
Right. Can we just address, right? I want to come out today. I want to come out as a Fortnite skin. Okay.
Yeah. So this girl was attacked and someone said, "Oh, you're a girl. Stop trying to be something you're not." Right?
Yeah.
And
well, they can go step on a Lego then, can't they?
Yeah. And then there was this huge feud between everybody in the group, and just name like dropping, just everybody hating on each other. But there was only one, like, I didn't know who it was because I didn't have access to the account at the time. So I was just like watching the group.
The best way to solve a massive feud in a big group of people is by killing them all.
Stop.
We had a feud.
Family friendly, haven't I?
No, on a serious note, we had a feud. We had a kind of like feud with quotation marks, an argument really, in the Lad Bible, which is something none of you were a part of because you're all simps and you all play Fortnite in your spare time. So shut up. But we had a feud, and it was between two people. It was between two people who I'm really close with, and I was just sat there like, all right. But
and carrying on. Anyway, carrying on where we were, right, about America and all that, right?
America is a big pile of doubt, and you can't change my mind. When I went on a holiday there to New York, turned up to the hotel, picked up the room, and they told us that the room was not available and we hadn't booked it and that we were lying. So I fought them in the reception.
sick of him in the teeth.
Giving him a left hook, a right hook.
Son, this is
Just
meant to
giving
be
him a
family
right hook.
friendly.
Yeah, it was. I didn't actually fight them, but generally, America is not very good
No,
at Fortnite.
it's so wrong.
He's
Sorry,
not good,
no,
I am.
Yeah, I know you're doing well to maintain yourself.
I do well.
Anyway, so
I'm doing well.
in America, after this George Floyd stuff had happened and it went viral, it just blew up over the internet.
I wouldn't
so many
exactly
people-
describe it as viral, though, and that's kind of a...
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
viral.
kind of like,
no. What I mean by viral, like the definition,
It-
I think.
People became aware of it. Viral is not a good term. You know what went viral? Logan Paul, right? That's something that went viral. You know what else went viral? Bloody, what's his tosser? What was his name? Can't remember his name. Infinite Lists. He went viral. That's what viral is, right?
All right,
You want
I
to say that it
mean,
went
all right, all right. It went.
Been arrested.
How do I say it then? It went everywhere. Every
Yes,
single
I see
person.
it.
everyone
seen
was
that
aware
video.
of the
Or
situation.
is a way. Not
Everyone
everybody
was
has seen
aware
it
of
because
the
some people
situation.
I know.
That's the better way of putting it.
Yeah, everybody is aware of it because I know some people who can't put themselves through the video. Oh my god.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna say straight up, I haven't watched the video.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't put myself through the whole video because I just heard him say like,
Once I found out like what it was about, I was like, I'm not watching that video.
yeah,
Well, after about 12 or 13 times, I knocked it off.
I do wanna just bring up right here that I've just seen from someone that we know. I've seen in this story a video of a man in America, and he has his head and arm stuck in a tennis racket.
what? No,
Oh, cut my face out. Cut my face out.
I will.
but,
Oh,
Let me see that. Let me see it.
I'm trying to get no.
right. We'll cut this bit out because
He got his head stuck in a tennis racket on his arm.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. He's waving his arms about. Seeing the
Anyway.
helicopter.
Yeah.
so
Code, what is the background of your thing? Jeez.
Right, I'm turning
what
my
we
camera
do
off.
know now about the situation is that all 4 officers have been charged. I'm not
Yeah,
exactly sure with what, right? But all 4 officers have been charged.
they've been charged, and they've been charged. They've lost their jobs. They didn't
yeah,
get paid.
they got fired straight away because, like,
Yeah.
but what I didn't like is there were hundreds, they still are, hundreds of police officers protecting a murderer's house. That's literally the case right now.
What
because-
annoys me is the police officers are being a bit dickheady. I seen a video the other day, and these were peaceful protesters, right? People with signs and stuff like that just stood there, minding their own business. The police kneel down, right? They kneel down
Oh, yeah,
as a
you
sign
sent this
of
to me. Yeah, I was gonna discuss
they
this.
kneel down as a sign of like, okay, we can't be bothered. I need my tea and biscuits, but they kneel down so the protesters move in closer and they gas them all.
Yeah.
It's
What
Andy when
happened
we need.
was, I think it was to show a sign of. I thought it was to show a sign of what happened.
I thought it was like a sign of respect, I did, and then next minute they're
No.
gassing all of them. You're like, what?
For the police officers. No, that's not what I saw it as a Tulsi. Because when I watched that video of the police officers kneeling down, I thought they were doing they were taking the mick out of it. I did. That's what I took it as. Because
No,
they
I
were
mean, as a police officer,
officers.
you don't take out the mick or something like that, do you?
You can't read. If police officers were taking the mick out of it, then I'm sorry, but they wouldn't.
Yeah, but that's what I took it as. See, I'll try to find this video again and put it in the video now. But
I
basically,
wouldn't.
what we see
You get
happening
taken down.
is there are police officers that go down on one knee, similar to what Derek Chauvin did, right? Down on one knee, and then that makes the protesters get annoyed and move forward, because that's what I took it as, right?
And then they were like, "Oh, they're close enough. Let's just throw gas at them." Yeah.
Yeah. And also, what I really don't like about the police tactics, and I know this is happening because this has happened in every single protest in America ever, right? What they do is they get police officers, undercover police officers now, and
Yeah, to cause issues in the riots.
to
I've
cause
seen that.
issues in the riot, to give the
Yeah.
police enough information about how bad the riot is at that moment in time
Yeah.
That's just
to be
quickly
able to
scrub
beat
that.
who they want. And
It's not right, but right, I reckon, right, racism's not as bad as it used to be. I haven't seen a
no.
lot of it going on for
I've seen a
years.
lot of it going on
What people
lately.
want to focus on, yeah, lately, but what people want to focus on is not like, oh, like obviously there's not, I'm not the first person to say this, but people who were like, oh, racism bad. I posted black square on Instagram. I'm against
Right,
racism.
yeah,
It's
I
like,
was going to
hang
go
on,
into that.
what people want to focus on is police brutality in America, because
Yeah.
my relative's a police officer, and he even sat there to me and went, the police officers in America are a bunch of twats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is there are police officers now that are literally going to be scared for their lives and scared for their jobs because they're given the option now. They're either going to have to be forced to do the riot jobs, or
Yeah.
they're going to have to not do their jobs because
Yeah.
they're obviously they're good police officers, and that's what I'm getting really annoyed at the moment is that there are good police officers
Yeah.
getting
Like people
lots
are
of
saying
hate.
like all police officers are bad and that, but there are some good police officers out there.
Yeah,
Some,
Because
most
I-
of them, there's once you become a YouTuber, your privacy gets thrown out the window anyway.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, hang on a minute, we have a sign from a stream mod, hang on. Yeah, American police are twats.
Huh.
Well,
right, I do want to
but
bring something up
no.
there.
The problem with what they've said there is not all of them are,
Yeah,
right?
but most of them are. I just want to show something real
Most
quick.
of them. It's the
Oh, wait, I want-
minority that are following the old ways. They're still think it's for some reason okay to be racist. And then look, I'm gonna quote Logan Paul here, which is something I never thought I'd ever
No,
do.
I like Logan Paul. I got respect for him.
I got
like him.
respect for him after that podcast. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know, just
Because
on with the
he said it's not enough to just not be racist. You have to be anti-racist, right? And just
do that?
hearing that quote made my body shiver. That is
I would just want to show something in a sec, right? You know about right, we'll get on to the black squares in a bit, but can I just show this? Hang on, let me add it onto my visual background.
black squares don't
Let me
solve
show you.
racism.
So I have a
Alright.
lot of people
Make it
come at
natural.
me and they're like, "Oh, Reddit bad," but has Instagram done something like this? No, they haven't. Reddit recently have changed their logo to be black and white for a standard for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw that. That was
I was
Yeah.
confused at first
I respect
because it
Reddit
hadn't
for that.
updated.
definitely.
But
But-
Reddit is generally they support everything. So if anybody wants to kick off a Reddit, then come and fight me personally.
But problem is right.
And of course,
Let's-
name and
let's-
details
let's
down
go
in the
into the,
description.
Let's go into the black square thing you were on about earlier, right? There are. I don't know if you saw that fake Donald Trump tweet. I know it was fake. Everybody knows it was fake, right? But
What, it's fake? Oh my gosh, I never knew.
but basically, it said something about, oh yeah, teenagers posting a picture of a black square is really gonna help. And I know they was fake, as I just said, but it's not wrong.
It is not wrong, no.
Right.
Because,
Let me just sit there
I
and
ain't got
tell
a
you.
problem with
Just
it.
sit there.
If that's what they
Yeah.
think they could, if they're doing what they can to contribute, fair play to them, right?
Yeah.
Because they off the world away from where it is, they're not going to be able to.
Yeah, but
Owen. Yeah.
Being on a social media platform like Instagram, right, and just posting a black square does shit all, right?
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
hang on, you could post that square on Instagram. It'll end up in the sea of millions of black squares already. You will not get noticed. If you put a
Yeah.
tweet out, for example, you get impressions on that tweet where people have seen the tweet. People will retweet that tweet, and
Yeah.
maybe because they want to support or
Yeah.
they're against. If you're against it, then go step on a Lego and swallow a bottle cap. But
But yeah,
if people
look,
retweet and they refresh further, so Instagram.
do you want to
doesn't-
carry on talking about the initial video first? Because like there's so
Oh,
many
there's no
angles
nice
being
one.
released now, and obviously a black man dies by the hands of white police when he was
Christ.
not retaliating whatsoever. And the thing with me about that video, right, is, as I said, he wasn't retaliating. He respected that officer all the way through that video to the point he died, right?
Can I just say, right? Can I
He
just say,
called him sir,
respecting?
he called him officer, he made sure he was respective of him.
I would have
Cut that
Then
part out,
straight
Owen. I
white.
wasn't supposed to be there. Zoom in on yourself there, right? I wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay.
Right. I just want to talk, right? Just a sec. You know, if you respect, one of the best feelings in the world is when you respect a police officer and they respect you back. It is the best feeling.
Yeah. But
They don't
he
do that.
respected that
Don't
police
really mean.
officer.
Yeah,
And
according
that
you run
was
around the
that
street,
police
you run
officer
around
when
in
he
the street
killed him.
drinking vodka. Like, shut.
Like,
I'd rather she's naked, leave me alone.
I
then
forgot
again,
you were
me,
in
I
this
can't say
podcast,
anything,
not
so-
gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet so no, like, I don't end up going out of control and swearing or something. I've
Okay.
already
Next,
mentioned
what was that
terrorists,
guy's
like,
name? Then?
Right.
What was
So,
that guy's name? You were just
The
chatting about?
police officer that
Oh,
officially
Christ.
killed him, right? The murderer. His name is Derek Chauvin.
Oh,
And
great.
he like kneeled down and had his
Yeah, Owen, we know what happened, right? It doesn't need to be talked
yeah.
about. It's not
I
a nice
know.
thing to
I'm
be
just
talked about. You know what
trying to explain it, right? So he had his thing on his windpipe, which is not at all the police way of doing things. The way the police are meant to work is they're meant to protect lives, and they're meant to, if they are detecting a threat, they are then to detain that threat by getting him on the ground, and that's it, right? They've then protected the threat, and that's what they were meant to do the entire time. That guy proceeds to put his knee on his neck without any reasoning whatsoever, without any retaliation, and without any threats visible whatsoever.
You know, it's messed up because I went to martial arts training and that's one of the locks they can hold you in, except they pull your arm up behind you.
Yeah.
But they got a knee around your neck. Like, I've been to martial arts training with, like, and they showed me that hold, and then I looked at that video, and I saw it was practically the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's just, like,
But you're not
illegal to
trying
use.
to kill someone in martial arts, you're trying to just
Depends.
detain them and get rid of the threat, basically.
No,
innit?
you might hold them till they tap, but if you hold them for too long, they will pass out or die. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what happened to that guy.
But what makes it bad is the fact that he just kept screaming, "I can't breathe," and kept crying for his mother. Like that. Just,
Yeah. That bit is the saddest part, I reckon.
But
That
you're
he was,
making me
yeah.
want to cry now.
Yeah,
I know.
I definitely am tearing up right now,
on
honest. But what I don't get is there were 3 other police officers there as he was killing someone, and not one of them cared enough to try to stop it. Like, you had To Thao. I don't think I said that right.
Cool.
I've written all my notes down here, that's why I've got. But the other 2 weren't in the original video.
I just point
They
out
were
Clash
down the
Royale
bottom
shop
of the
set
bottom.
resets.
But he was just literally standing there, just watching it all happen in the original video. Obviously, CCTV footage showed the other two in the second, in the other few videos. But the first video was just Derek Chauvin and Toe Thao, right? So he's just there watching it as if nothing's happening. And
Yeah.
the guy's just there screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, and crying for his mother. And then you've got 4 police officers there not caring whatsoever. And sorry, I'm tearing up. Like, it's just, police officers are meant to be there for you, and they're meant to be like protecting you from any threats.
Well,
But at that
some
moment in
fingers
time,
kicking
they
off as
were
well.
the threat.
I've just had a conversation with my stream mod, right? I just want to give a shout out to him because he's a legend. He's just told me a few things I won't be mentioning on stream, but he's an absolute legend. He sticks with me through every stream for every second, and he's got a few things going on at the minute which aren't great. But can we just say that we hope he feels better, because I do, because he's an
Oh, is it
absolute
the I know
James,
what it is, but is it who I
James.
think it is?
It's James.
Yeah.
I was on YouTube. He came to watch then. He turned up in a Minecraft stream. He watched for months. He watched every video and commented on every video. I moved over to Twitch due to a suspension from streaming. Thanks, Jacob, you know. And he followed me there. And he continues to watch every day. I just want to give a shout out to him because
Big shout out.
I love James.
All right.
I'm not a big streamer. I don't get out viewers, but I like James.
Love James. Love James.
Yeah.
My middle name is James. I love you too.
Yeah, except you're short.
Right. So let's talk about the riots that came from.
Yes, the riots. The best bits about protests.
Yeah.
Riots work.
Because it
Peaceful
started off as
protests,
a peaceful
peaceful
protest, but I think everybody knew it wasn't going to end out peaceful. Like,
I could tell when I saw the death, I thought there's going to be riots.
I knew it would be bad. Because I watched beforehand. Do any of you watch Ali Law by any chance?
No.
Oh, he's a YouTuber. He usually does like parkour, stuff like that. No, not parkour.
Yeah.
Usually like climbs tall buildings, sneaks into places, stuff like that, right? But
It's accused of being a pedophile.
I remember seeing
the
it.
ginger one, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he usually does that kind of stuff. But I think it was 2017, 2018. He
Yeah.
made a video going to the riots in Paris, right? And it was really similar to what is going on now. They had police in fire trucks, aiming like water at the people in the crowds. They had,
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
like,
was water
hold him
cannons
down.
weren't they?
yeah, all the water
I
cannons,
remember
and it
seeing all the
was
news. It squirted this one bloke with a water cannon. He was flying down the road.
That's a
And-
fire hydrant there.
You
Yeah, the
saw
fire
him.
truck,
you saw
like,
him,
yeah.
the road ran
Oh, the
all
fire
over
hose.
him.
and it's really, I think it's gonna be worse than that because
Yeah.
like
100%.
I think, and also during a time like the coronavirus as well.
Yeah.
Because like obviously America, especially New York, they had the biggest. At one point, I think New York had a higher total of cases on its own than any other country. I think that happened at one point. 100%. I know that
would I
happened.
be allowed to talk about 5G on your podcast, or would it get you like thrown off?
Yeah, you're fine to talk about it. It's not like I'm gonna get monetized, is it? Like,
Right,
You are-
well,
you are
because-
demonetized. Spoiler alert.
I saw a 5G tower on the mountain earlier. I was over this.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
like,
that. You
don't explain it to me. I don't understand it.
Well, you got it on your phone. You got 3G.
Oh yeah, I know about that, but like, what's a big deal then?
Well, 5G now is like more dangerous and radioactive than the rest of them, and these big towers.
Alright.
And they've set up a tower on the mountain. I want like over a bit
Cody's gonna
from.
have 5 legs by the end of the week, boys. Watch out.
But
Cody's gonna be the photo that he has it on the thing.
I'm not anyway.
After it, we talk about how people take it too far, but like let's listen to Cody's.
But they call this 5G a conspiracy theory, so I seem like I'm mental. It's the truth.
Yeah,
It's the truth. That's what I do with UFOs.
Time is coronavirus, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a bit sus.
No, that's what it is. If you Google it, China has the most 5G towers out of the world.
Yeah.
And that's where they started.
But it's that's conspiracy, isn't it? That's not.
That's not conspiracy. It's fact. They say
Oh
conspiracy
no,
because
it's
there's so
a
many
fact of the
conspiracies about
5G
it.
thing. It's just not a fact that Corona and that are linked. There's a very high possibility of it.
No, they're not linked. 5G is corona. There is no disease. It didn't come from bats. They've been eating bats for years and all sorts of animals.
Actually,
Have you seen the live
it was a type of
markets?
armadillo that gave it to the bats. I found that out on the Sidemen video.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what anyone says. 5G, there is no coronavirus. It's 5G killing people with the radiation giving off.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, we need to stop 5G. Just cancel it.
Yeah,
Stop 5G.
I just want to ask, right, what is wrong with my 4G?
Yeah, what's wrong with 4G?
Yeah,
yeah.
I have
but
unlimited,
4G
I have
was
unlimited
quite
data.
fine. I don't know why we needed a new G.
I don't know.
I have 4G,
there's
right?
there's 4 of us Gs right here. We don't need a 5th one.
Yeah, come on.
You know what,
Actually,
Well, hey.
Right, yeah, I've got 4G, right? I have unlimited data. I can just turn off my Wi-Fi. It saves my household issues. It helps my sister out and my dad, because my dad does a lot of meetings online. And if I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, it buggers me over. So what I'm 4G, I can just I don't get it.
So like,
I'll be back in the
some people are obviously taking this corona. No,
got
not
that
corona.
ass.
This riot thing a lot too far and taking advantage. So obviously, a lot of people are taking the riots a bit too far, right?
Yeah.
Prime example.
If you check the late nights podcast, you can see
everyone's
5G
least
tower
favorite
up on a
YouTuber,
mountain.
right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Jake Paul had gone to these riots and he hadn't exactly been looting himself. He went to places where people were looting and people gave him a lot of stuff, right? And I saw this happen. I have watched this thing. He didn't do looting from what I saw, but he did get given things from looters. Like I saw somebody hand him a bottle of vodka and then him just smashing it. One of his cameramen smashing it later on in the clips, right?
He 100% looted though.
Oh yeah, definitely. He is like,
just cut it out of the
if
video.
YouTube was like a movie, he'd be the bad guy. Because he's just like,
I'm not gonna. I am gonna say that. Just saying. So get ready for the beep. He is a
thanks. He is.
Sorry,
I admit that. But like basically, right?
He is like a bad person.
I don't think he's a bad person, see, because I saw Joella doing a podcast, right? And he talked about Jake Paul, and he said Jake Paul acts like the bad guy on YouTube,
but in real life he's probably really nice. That's right.
Because he's sound in real life, right? So I don't know if that's just because he can't help himself, or if
Yeah.
it's just because, but he does make himself out to be a bad person, and it's really
Yeah,
weird
you
to me.
really bad bloke, but then he's probably going to be sound.
Yeah, he's one of them people that, yeah,
You meet some people from YouTube and they seem absolutely sound on camera and that. As soon as
and
you
then
go and
they
meet them,
not so sound.
absolute.
You don't know what to say to keep it monetized.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
they're an absolute. They're just.
bad people.
Yeah, we'll cut it down to that.
You
just-
cut it down to bad people.
They're
Yeah,
not very nice. There we go. They're not very
not
nice.
very nice. Because
They don't see. They aren't the same person off camera.
but it's really weird to me, right? How
Yeah.
everyone knows what happened with Logan Paul all that time ago.
Yeah. That happened 3 years ago.
No way.
It's been 3 years.
But he's the most liked out of the two.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not me being.
If I have to be Jake Paul or Logan Paul, I'd be Logan Paul any day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. I think
'Cause
he proper redeemed himself after that.
Redeem Jake Paul.
I
if
think he
I-
proper redeemed himself after that.
Yeah.
I think,
Because you put the podcast on, I reckon.
yeah, that podcast is an incredible podcast.
That podcast.
And Mike Malak, I absolutely love him. Nobody can say that they don't like him. Have you read his book?
I haven't read it. I was going to order it on Amazon.
Public coffee.
I was gonna buy the book on Amazon. I went on to go and buy it. Sold out. I was
No.
filming.
I haven't got it. I haven't got it. I really want it because I watched the
Read it. It was out of stock.
Oh god. Yeah. I was gonna. To be fair, it's probably because his girlfriend promoted it. Let's be honest.
Probably.
No. It's a good, amazing book. Though. I watched his podcast with
I
him.
wrote his podcast on it.
True Geordie, is it? Was it True? Yeah. I watched that and I'm like, this man has lived a messed up life, and to come out where he is now is just incredible.
Can I say something from Logan Paul's podcast when he was on? This was the point that I got like really upset and I did cry. Do you know the point where he was like, "Yeah, I was
He
trying
got
to."
angry.
What?
He got really angry because I don't know what it is, but he said that himself. For some reason, there's something like
Yeah.
that makes him angry about it. And I think that could be his past, because he's seen some really messed up stuff.
Yeah. Like he's had guns in his faces. He's been ripped out of police. He's watched his friends pretty much die as well.
Yeah,
He's had to bury
he
his
watched
best friend.
himself. He watched himself
What are we talking about?
dying each and every day, but then
Yeah.
he got lucky. And to be where he is
he
now,
did.
he is an incredible person, and he works really hard. Yeah.
But the part that I got really like upset about
Well,
was, do you know the lowest point? Do you know when they were on about like the lowest point in his life? What
Yeah.
was the lowest point? Do you
Was it-
remember when he was on about like, oh yeah, it was when I tried this new drug, crack, and he was upstairs. He was up in the attic. He was doing it, and he was watching over his granddad, and his granddad was stuck in the chair going, "Help! Help me! Help!" And he was upstairs paranoid. I cried. I was like,
yeah, it was mental to you.
and he
And
was
the
there
bit
going,
that got
and I
me-
have to live through that day and I never forget that day. I was like, and he was like, I couldn't live with myself.
I'm just
And
gonna.
he even said himself that it's really hard to live, to think back and think, what if I did help him and that.
And I know some of us here have friends in a similar situation. Let's just.
I do. No,
I was gonna say, I know you have friends in a very similar situation.
I have friends in very similar situations. Not gonna name drop anyone.
No. I wouldn't even consider it. Like, I wouldn't even.
I know about 4 or 5 people in the same situation at the moment.
Yeah, and like you say, oh, I really want to help them, but there's nothing you could do yourself to get them out of that situation.
There's nothing I can do to help people get out of that situation. I can tell them ways to, and I have told them ways to get out of it.
But
They will.
It's
They
them.
can.
It's down to them, innit?
They have to put their mind to it and try and get it through to them.
Yeah.
But I'll admit, I nearly went down that path. I've nearly been down that path of drugs and everything.
Your friends stopped you though. I remember you telling me this before. You've got the friends that have been down that path. And they've gone to you, haven't they? And they've said,
I'd say I was very close. I was going down my path all happily, and I started going this way,
and
off
then your
to the
friends
back
pushed
path.
you.
And then my friends that do the stuff was like, no, you know, push me. Like they are the reason I have not gone down that path. I probably wouldn't be sitting here doing this podcast at the moment. I'd probably be out off my face on something. I probably would.
Yeah.
I would have probably dropped out of school by now as well, I reckon. I would have been kicked out. Either kicked out or I would have dropped out myself.
Yeah. It's just, it's really sad when you see someone going down that path and knowing there's nothing you can do about it. And like, I remember him in the podcast saying something like, my mother was sat by the phone every single day expecting that call.
Expecting the call of, I'm sorry, your son's dead.
And she just got used to the fact that it was inevitable, didn't she?
Yeah.
And like, she just...
How bad do you think it is? Just knowing every single day, my son is going to die a heroin addict. Or dying an addict of drugs. He's a drug addict. Like, and people come up to you and go like, oh, is he a drug addict? And you have to say like, well, yes.
Yeah.
I'd hate my kid to, like...
That's the thing, like, I've never even considered going down that path.
I have.
Like, I know you, but I've been very, very lucky.
Yeah, you have been very lucky to have...
With the friends that I've been growing up with the family I've had growing up with. Yeah. And it's just... I wouldn't even consider it. If somebody told me, I'm at a party, do you want this? I'd be like, no, get away.
If it was me about 2 years ago, I probably would have gone, yeah. Because my thought point at that point was, I wasn't happy with me. I pretty much just wasn't happy with life. And I will say I was really depressed. And then just when I was just looking for maybe like a quick high or something to feel happy with myself.
Yeah.
Or like just happy in general. Because it's just not... I don't know how to word this.
Yeah,
like,
I had the same problem. It's just...
Yeah. It's like I just weren't happy with everything going on in my life. It wasn't my family's fault. I have an amazing family. And that. And it was just...
another thing,
I was watching my friends go down this path and I was like, looking how happy they were and that. but then realising
How,
they've just like mastered it up in all the stuff.
yeah. It's like,
And that's why they're happy, because they're always on stuff. And I'm like,
it's not genuine happiness, it's
it's not
liquid
genuine
happiness.
happiness. Like now,
Happiness
I'll
is
say,
drug use.
yeah, I'll say now, I'm not happy with my life at the moment. I'm
Yeah.
content with my life, yes. And I'd say I'm not depressed anymore as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy. Every day I'm just getting better and better and better. Like, yeah.
You know, it's actually like incredible to like just hear
Yeah.
those words out of someone. Even when it's someone, oh, Kane's back, hold on.
Hard.
It's incredible to hear those words from someone, especially when it's like someone you know that is going,
Yeah.
that you've gone through that stuff, and I didn't know the half of it before this, right?
No,
Because
nobody knows it, because I'm very,
secretive. Well,
yeah. I
very-
don't open up to a lot of people. Literally.
Yeah.
Who's the most person I've opened up to? I'd probably say my
You
sister.
opened your legs like a few weeks ago for me.
No,
That was the best thing.
Oh,
you be all
God.
good and serious, then. I knew you were gonna do it as well. Right.
I probably, yeah. My sister probably knows the most, but she doesn't know half the stuff I've done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Well, none of no one in this house knows like what I do on nights out or on a day
Yeah.
out. And then
Yeah. Because you've had a pretty whoa life as well, haven't you, Coach?
oh,
what do you mean?
Cody,
I didn't know.
Cody,
It's like you hear about literally a quarter of the stuff that's happened to you during your life so far. You're 14 years old, and yet, if you hear the stuff that has gone on, you'd just be like, damn,
if I
gone through a
if,
lot. If I'd
I
gone through
describe Cody
half the
as-
stuff you'd gone through, I probably would have gone down that path, and I'm really surprised you haven't, to be fair. You're really strong mentally. That's what I like about you.
But
You're
if
really
Cody will describe to you his life, you would think it's like a 25-year-old who'd like absolute. I don't even know what to say. He's probably like he's seen a lot in his life. We'll say that.
Yeah, he's seen a lot in his life.
I mean, you're gonna want to censor this out now.
All
But
right,
I've watched
Don't-
someone bleed out into an alleyway.
you can say that. You're okay with saying that stuff. You're just not allowed to swear in it or joke about it.
But I watched like a little fight that happen, and then one guy walked off, the other guy just like sort of knelt down in the alleyway and leaned against a wall, and I just like I was talking to him. I didn't mean I was talking to him in his last moments, like so it was a bit weird.
Wait, hold on, have you? Damn, I didn't know it. That's mental.
But like,
I've heard about that story, Code. Just saying, I have heard about it. I didn't know if it was true. I didn't think it was true, but wow.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what to say now. That's just like,
I've experienced like a fine bit of life. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done it all really. I've drank. I've lost my thing. Skating.
oh yeah, you've definitely lost your temper less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bikes and stuff. I've just lived through everything. Like I put someone's license plate on my gaming setup.
I've done that. I got, do you know number plates to that? I got them all down my wall in my mum's house. I got like a full wall of them. When I
I've
just
seen
nicked
it.
the number plate.
Kian isn't able to talk at the moment, but he did send me something on things. So I'm gonna read it out word for word.
Okay.
So he said he doesn't usually open up to a lot of people because there's been way too many people who've turned their backs on him.
Yeah.
He won't be naming anyone. There's quite a handful of people who have. He doesn't trust a lot of people either because of how it works. He's been stuck for years and don't know where to go. So obviously, people are just horrible and that to him because of his height and it's just like why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's nothing really wrong with being tall either. It's actually
No, son, he can reach stuff on the top shelf. In Tesco, he can reach stuff on the top shelf. Come on.
it's,
Like, I'm not,
That's
that's
not-
not even a joke. Like, I can't reach stuff on the top shelf.
No,
I gotta
no,
ask like
stop,
someone in the shop and that, can you reach this?
Carla, stop.
Alright.
But like, I think, not gonna lie, I'd probably rather be tall. That's the thing. I don't get why people
Yeah, same, I probably would.
like. It's better being tall for me because like that's what girls are interested in as well.
Yeah,
Like,
girls are
from what
interested in
I've
tall
noticed,
people.
that's what they're interested in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 6 foot
Like,
guys.
it's the fact that people can see a tall person. This is his words now, not mine. But I do agree with it. It's the fact that people can like see a tall person and instantly think that they can take it. Like they can take the jokes and take the like
Yeah, but just
all the
being tall
time,
doesn't
constantly
mean
and
you have a-
constantly, and it's just it would get annoying, to be fair. Like, and I don't see why they'd even make jokes about it.
Yeah, but as well, though, just because you're tall doesn't mean you have like you've got thick skin. Like, I'm short. I've got very thick skin. It takes a lot to piss me off.
He said to also mention his girlfriend. I'm not going to mention her name for obvious reasons. Is the
Oh,
only
yeah.
person who's ever properly approached him, and actually felt like interested in him, in his words. So, like, unfortunately, she's the only person who actually knows him as his proper self.
Who
And
just
like,
true self.
obviously, it sounds like really weird.
Yeah.
That's what he says. That's what he says. I'm not saying it sounds really weird. He says it. He says obviously it sounds really weird, but like him and his brain are like completely different. And I know loads of people in a similar situation to that. Like they cannot control what's going through their head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say a personal story now, right? There was this girl, right? And I liked her and she liked me. So we got to talking and really got to know each other. And obviously got together. This girl was really struggling with depression, suicidal thoughts constantly, and was always like sad. And I knew that it was on me, knowing that we were together. I knew that it was on me to look after her and be good to her, which I was for a good amount of time. Right?
Yeah.
Now, nothing happened bad for us to split up. We didn't end on an argument, and if we were going to end, I had to make sure it was in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
They ended.
Yeah, we ended, and
When?
I'll explain why in a second. It was literally a few days ago. me and this girl talked constantly every single day, and I loved it, right? We'd call all the time in the nights, we'd talk. And this guy tried to come in between us, and he'd always try texting her, he'd always try calling her, and she just really couldn't be bothered. And then he got more and more like send, like bad images of bad things, you know what I mean? And
Inappropriate things.
yeah, inappropriate things, right? I just seen what you said, P. So that made her feel like, because this boy used to be a best friend, and now he kept asking her to cheat, asking her to do this kind of stuff, right? So then she felt like she has a lot of trust issues. So he then went and told her I was cheating and made up a bunch of stupid lies and stuff like that just to get me and her to finish, and it just was not good. And I could tell that that was making her unhealthy. She'd like try to self-harm, but I would stop her. I'd be there all the time making sure she'd stop, because I know that that's like it. Suicidal thoughts is like a drug. Like you get addicted to it, and cutting yourself and self-harming is like, I'm shaking, sorry. It is like a drug, and you get addicted and you think that's okay. You So then she started to have more and more trust issues. This was all just going on and on and on, and I could tell, and she could tell, that mine and hers relationship as a couple was now corrupt. It was now broken into, and somebody was messing with us, stopping us from feeling happy together. And so we talked for hours and hours about what we think we should do, and we thought the best thing to do was end the relationship. And so we ended, and that was the biggest regret I've had in a long time. So, but now obviously I made sure we still talk as often, we still all of that, right? And it's just mental. I forgot what we were even talking about before. Just going on about that story, It's just mental. Someone could try to come in between something that is good and try to, make it not so good. And anyone still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just trying to stay quiet, not ruin the podcast.
Yeah. I like I do really regret us ending over it, but I think if I wanted her to stay alive and healthy and well, then I think that's what I needed to do, and I needed to put her before me, because that seeing her happy was my main goal, and it still is my main goal at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the podcast,
Yes.
we'll just
I'm just trying to stay quiet enough because it's the first podcast and it's like,
the next one's gonna be a bit more upbeat and happy.
I was going to say, this one's about serious
we're
topics
not
and
gonna be
normal
serious all the
conversations.
time. No, we're not. We're gonna have normal conversations with each other, and just. But this one, the first one, considering all the stuff that's happened recently, and considering it's the first one, I thought it'd be a good one, a heavy hitter to some people. Maybe
Like
I'll.
the first one, you just don't want to cock anything up, really. Like,
Yeah,
this the first
exactly.
one comes. The years roll in, so I sound quiet. And I have been on mute, laughing, not with anything to do with anything we're talking about.
All right.
But it's I've got, like, I don't know, I found out like a week or something ago, like, I might have this laughing disorder called APB or PBA or something like that. This uncontrollable burst of laughter that's strained for a few minutes or even like an hour.
Oh yeah, I know. You have got. I know you got that thing, don't worry.
Yeah, so I've been on mute giggling to myself a bit just because we're talking about George Floyd and like a serious
Yeah, exactly.
break suicide.
Yeah,
So I've just
exactly.
gone for a minute, like, so. Because I'm not, like, well, I wouldn't say I'm not a bad person, but like,
I'm talking
it's
to you
just,
on the phone at the same time if you're just wondering. Yeah, I know
right,
you're
yeah.
not a bad person. You're one of the like soundest people I've ever met. All four of you are really. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why I have high hopes for us, because I think this could work. Because we've got a group of four very, very different people. Kian also said you sound.
Oh,
He can't talk. I don't know why.
probably has to be quiet usually. That might be the cause, like.
Right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the first ever late nights podcast. Let's go.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
See you in a week's time. We'll also be doing a podcast on his channel.